lunch at Galvin at Winders by Hyde Park there. Because it is Mark's birthday tomorrow, I thought it would be nice to kind of treat him for his birthday and take him out to lunch. Mark has been a really great friend to me over the years, and I think ever since our days at London College of Fashion, where we kind of lived in the dorms together, we've always kind of had a really fun friendship, and he's just, one of my really good friends. So I decided to take him to Galvin at Winders, and during the week you'll actually find in London a lot of Michelin star restaurants or things like that, or really fine dining places do a lot of special lunch meals. And it's a really great way of trying different restaurants, especially the more expensive fine dining ones, without really breaking the bank. A lot of places do it and the list is constantly changing. So make sure you just have a Google on what fine dining restaurants have lunch deals in London, and you will be able to see a lot of different restaurants. It is kind of limited to lunchtime sessions, probably because there are less crowds during that time. It's a great way to taste these restaurants at a fraction of the price, get a taste for what these places are like, and just enjoy your time because it's a lot less packed. After lunch, we took a stroll to Big Ben because Dave really wanted to see Big Ben. So we showed him London Eye, we jumped on a video call, called him, showed him London Eye and Big Ben, and just allowed him to virtually experience touring London from the comfort of his home. So today, me and my friend decided to get Ethiopian food for lunch. It was something we really wanted to try and it was very delicious. At night, we celebrated Mark's birthday and here he is holding a suckling pig. It was really yum, the food was great, lots of people came to celebrate his birthday, so it was a really nice way to catch up with old UAL classmates as well and just see everyone together. So happy birthday, Mark! So we've just left the house and 50 meters later, the girls hear some kind of weird noise and we realize that it's the tire, it's totally gone. So we had to get that fixed before we kind of could continue the road trip because it was an hour-and-a-half drive. So finally delayed, but we arrive at Mercy about 1-2 hours later, which is still okay. Everything is a bit packed, so we weren't able to go to the place that we originally wanted to go to, which is fine. West Mercy is actually an area that Daisy took me to last time when I visited UK. It's kind of a little island to the east side of Essex, and here you can get really good seafood. Here you can see them shuckling fresh oysters, and even though I haven't been to Lakes Entrance in years in Victoria in Australia, I do find that West Mercy does feel like that, it's kind of nestled in a little town and you just kind of discover all this amazing seafood that we have here. So here we have lobster, here we have fish and chips, and then we have this little seafood platter which just has really simple, nice seafood at its best. After heading back to London, we had a simple Sunday roast dinner just in a nearby pub and it was really yum. So today I'm having lunch at a place called Nopi in Soho, and it's actually named after its location, which is north of Piccadilly, hence Nopi. Nopi is inspired by Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cuisine, and one of the reasons why I actually love coming here every time I come back to London is because it holds a really dear place in my heart. When I was working back at Chanel in London, this was actually one of the places that we would come for team celebrations or birthdays or events or things like that. So it was every time we had something to celebrate, we would come here and the food was always really good. After lunch, I met up with Em to visit Tate Modern and visit the Yayoi Kusama Infinity Rooms. Basically, it is an immersive environment that kind of just, features a lot of multimedia displays, and she loves to kind of use the play on, illusions to create illusions. I don't know how to say it really properly. My understanding of the Infinity Rooms is that it kind of plays on what she's traditionally known for, and you know, she's kind of featured dots heavily in a lot of her artwork, but this kind of brings it to life because you're actually in a room that looks like it's infinity. This room space itself is actually super small. It's just the mirrors and the lighting that kind of creates this illusion that it's ongoing and infinity. But it was a lot of fun to just wander around and play with all these kind of kaleidoscope images, and like you see here, you just kind of, it's like those toys that we used to have as kids, the kaleidoscopes. But yeah, really fun experience. For dinner, we headed over to Harrods to kind of do a little bit of shopping, wander around. Harrods, as you know, is a massive maze, but there is always really quirky, unique stuff to look at. So we had dinner here and just tried it out for the first time.
Can you introduce all the dishes in Mandarin?
Yeah, quite low food. Yeah.
Wait.
So here we have fish, we have mac and cheese, which is yum. These fries were amazing. And we have steak and we have some lamb cutlets. We did get quite a good taste of all the dishes. And here we have dessert because we have to have dessert. Everything was quite yummy and it was really, really nice. Today was a nice chill day. We started off the day at Lina Stores, which is this really cute Italian bar. It's really low-key, very nice and humble, but the pasta's quite nice. This is the ravioli and this is like the crab spaghetti, which was amazing. And after that we headed to Liberty, which is one of the most famous department stores in UK. It's a really unique department store, and actually Liberty is really famous for its prints. People come here to kind of create their own pieces, but Liberty in general just stocks really, really unique stuff that often you can't find elsewhere. After that we stopped by Leto Cafe for afternoon tea, and how beautiful are these cakes just like in the display. For dinner, we headed to Southwark, where we wanted to try an African restaurant called Tatales. They explained the food as inspired by African food, so it is a bit on the fusion side, but the vibe was really fun and it was a good time. This here is fried chicken, and here, this was like kind of like a gravy with a rice dish. Quite interesting. The flavors were definitely really tasty. And this dish was kind of like a beans with a plantain. Very, very tasty flavors as well. So definitely exploring new stuff that we've never tried before. So Thursday, the 8th of September, as you guys might know, was the day that they announced the death of Her Majesty the Queen. Upon kind of finding out that news, me and some friends decided to head over to Buckingham Palace to just kind of see what the atmosphere was like. It was such a coincidence to be in London at the time of the Queen's passing, and definitely it was such a historical event. And it was quite touching to see so many people come pay their respects. After all, it really was the end of an era and she had reigned for such a long time. But yeah, I am glad that we did take the time out to come just kind of pay our respects and see, because this really was a big moment in history. Sayo!
Just let me eat.
Yay!
Keep losing sleep while driving